Deload week, Hyrox Brisbane. Let's go. The plan is, this is going to be probably like one of the last intensity sessions we're doing. Graham sent me something different on my program for this afternoon, which I might still do. It's a really short session, but we're going to be doing Hunter's workout, which is just a speed session for longer tempos. We're going to be doing 3 times 8 reps at probably something around like a 345 to 355 pace. So he's getting warmed up for that now. We're going to get into it. It's not going to be a super long session. I think we're taking 4 minutes rest between each 8-minute period, which is quite a decent rest. 6 a.m. in the morning, so getting in before, well, it's nice and cool, not making that same mistake as last time. We're going to get it in.
Since it's race week, we're going to do a little bit of a conservative speed session of what I normally do, which is 4 by 8 minutes. And you want to do it like just above race pace. So if you're like a 330 guy in a race, you're going to want to hold 315 to 3 flat, depending on how fit you are. And what that will do is raise your ceiling and then kind of raise that race pace up. So you do 8 minutes on, 4 minutes down. We'll kind of do cut downs just because, you know, I'm not used to this temperature and I usually run on road, not the track, so it'll be a little bit different. So if we're smart, we'll hit a 320, then we'll hit a 310, then we'll hit a 3 flat for all 8 minutes. And the whole idea is like, you got to be right on the threshold of like falling apart and succeeding. This doesn't have to be as fast as I normally do it. The most important thing is muscle memory. It's the same kind of like resistance you build on your feet, you build it in your legs.
What are you doing then?
315?
We started at about 312 and then went to 315 and went to 320.
Me and Meg, I think like RP are probably about 7 to 8, so not absolutely crushing it. But we ran a 345 the first one. The one after that, I think we ran 342 or 343, so I think we'll probably try and push this one to 340 and just hold that. The goal with the R session is to try and keep all of the laps, i.e. the 8 minutes, consistent, not burn out, because that's what we want to try and do in Hyrox as well, keep that consistent pace every round, not start off quick and then start lagging. But I think Meg's gone to the little girls' room, we're going to take an extra little break, and we get going again.
Finished our session, 3 by 8 minutes. I pulled out 1 lap short just because I could feel the heat creeping up. I want to save it for the race. We basically clocked in about 5.5 miles. Heart rate got up to about 177, which is intense for sure. The heat makes a big difference. That's why I tell a lot of people who are getting into this kind of sport, if you go outside, you start sweating heavily, even 1 liter of water can shoot your heart rate up by about 10 beats per minute. And there's just no point in like over-exhausting yourself to get a time in a new environment like this when you get the stimulus, maybe not the speed, and that's all good. It'd be like almost like you going up to altitude up in the ski mountains and trying to do fast laps. You may not hit your like intended pace, but you'll hit your intended effort. So today's effort was really good.
We just finished on the track. We did 3 times 8 minutes with 4 minutes rest. Me and Meg were running together, so we ended up doing a 344, 343 and a 337. The big dogs were in the lead, pushing 310s. So we did 310s, everyone?
Yeah, 310 to 315. I just am trying to find the data.
I probably could have done like a 305 or a 255, but I just thought Honda's race next weekend, wanting to feel good. There's no point in bruising egos. He's a bit like a peach at the moment. He bruises easily if you touch him. I've definitely still been drinking enough water. I had someone comment on the last YouTube video saying the reason why you sometimes get that metallic taste in your mouth because you're dehydrated. Meg just had it then as well, so definitely need to get some electrolytes in and some water. I'm gonna grab some eggs, avo, toast, and OJ. Session number 2 of the day, taper week. This is probably what not to do on taper week. Just rip up heavy deadlifts.
This isn't a taper week for me.
What is that?
It's not taper week for me.
What's going on, guys? We are back in Burley. That was a sick morning. So the taper week, where we're trying to do some fun stuff as well and book some other bits in to keep stress down. I think when you are stressing about a race, or you're stressed about pace, or whatever it is you're stressing about when you're trying to get things ready for a race weekend, if you can do things that are fun during your taper week, that's going to keep stress down. I think that's one of the biggest things. Like, not just training, it's things that are going to make you happy and take your mind off the race. So the guy that we were with before, Zocco, is Chris Hemsworth trainer. So there's this beautiful place in Byron Bay. He had these 3 bikes, which I did not expect them to be that good. We took them on the beach, and I was like a big kid. That's the biggest ass that's ever been on that bike.
Have you ever been on one of these?
No, I'm assuming it's...
Mate,
I'll go for a little beach cruise after.
look at that back tire, just flat to the floor.
Shut your face.
How much do you weigh, Hunter?
About 95. I get up to 100.
On a good day. With Chris Hemsworth trainer. He lives down the road from here, so we're just hanging out with him for the day and going for some breakfast and on these e-bikes. So we'll train a little bit later on, but we're just gonna have a bit of fun this morning, and then here's a big dumbass now. Wind through the hair, ripping it down by the waves, just scream. Like, I think whenever you can just scream unapologetically, you know you're taken back to childhood. And it was one of those times. There was just 3 boys ripping it on the beach, so it was good to get that in. And then me and Hunter headed back to Burley just before he took on a podcast. I've just been in the gym. So taper session today was like 30-40 minutes of weights, 4x5 stuff, and then I had 30 minutes easy on the bike, and then 8k easy. So that was today's session. Heading back to get some food now, and then we just booked bulls for this afternoon. Hunter calls it bocce, which I'm pretty sure he's just botching British bulls. So another chilled activity for this evening. Probably grab an assai, just rip it up on the green. So today we are doing a podcast. I've been on a podcast for a hot minute. Obviously, the first time I've mentioned it, Not So Thick podcast, we've had to pull the plug on. Obviously the situation and the way life's changed over the past couple of months, but I'm very much in this space excited about the potential of launching something myself. But today we're on Chris's podcast, the Pocket Podcast. If the clips are ready, I will try and slide something in here. I have no idea what we're going to be talking about today. I'm excited to be back on something and talking again. I was speaking last week as a guest appearance at an event. It's nice to be able to do things and talk again and start doing podcasting, because it was such a passion thing for me. And I know a lot of you guys probably tuned into the podcast and maybe miss it as well. It was something that we did for 4 or 5 years, and it was a useful tool, and I think a lot of people took a lot away from it. So I'm enjoying being back in the space and looking forward to today's episode and being back in the studio.
And let go. All right. 1 minute. Breath hold from now. Be in this moment. Take a deep breath in and hold for 15 seconds. Stress.
What do you record? The fact that you
It's
were
what?
a shitty
It-
friend?
it's one day before race day, and I've been the best friend ever and bringing the snickerdoodle and a ginger shot back, and you are the most ungrateful person I've ever met in my life. That's
Let's
all I'm
be
saying.
honest. I asked for a beef bowl. Does that look like a beef
Look,
bowl?
look at that. Look how nice that is.
That's not a beef bowl.
It's a snickerdoodle. It's carbs. That's what you need.
That's not carbs. You know snickerdoodle's all fat.
If you win tomorrow, this will be because of this. How good is that, by the way?
It's pure fat. I'm happy, but still not a beef bowl.
Alright, we're at the end of taper week. We're just on our way to Brisbane. Hunt's just been asleep for most of the ride, so I've just been kicking it in the back to make some plans for the boys, what we're going to have to eat tonight.
Mate, you were asleep 2 minutes
no,
ago.
it's all shit.
Now you're awake.
So we're just about to head into Brisbane. We are on Friday. This week's been pretty chilled. I haven't trained today, took a complete rest day. And then tomorrow we've got like a 30-minute pacey shakeout. So we're about to head into Brisbane anyway, we're gonna get some food. I've got a 30 minutes tomorrow with some speed work and chilling out. I feel like it's gonna be hot as shit in the venue, so the next video is gonna be the race itself, and then if Hunter stops being a pussy, we're all gonna do the relay. Hunter, what are you saying?
Really?
Is it gonna be a relay video?
Probably not. Dude, you're too slow, man. You're gonna have a heart attack out there.
Yeah, but you're getting easier time.
I don't know if I need that on my resume right now.
We go. It's race day. It's not my race day, it's dipshit race day. What time are you going for?
I'm gonna go for sub 55.
Ooh.
Ow! 4.
That's 56.
Oh.
This is going to be the end of this video. We just had some breakfast, we had some eggs, toast, a bit of caffeine, getting fueled up. I've got a session middle of the day, gonna hit some speed work, and then there is going to be a relay because we've already convinced them to do it. So like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next one.